Hi everyone! Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Roleplay again, episode 6. This is the D&D show that forces my players just to roll with it. I'm DM Dan. Hello, and I think I can speak for all of us. Happy Valentine's Day. Aw, hello, hello. We love you all. Thank you for joining us today. Let's just get right into it. Let's just chat with our players, see how we're doing, discuss any Valentine's Day plans, anything they want to talk about the stream or about the characters so far. Let's get right into it. Cal, hello.
Hello.
I'm always starting with you because alphabetical.
Well, we
Right?
do alphabetical on this.
Yeah.
So I'm just
How are you?
that way. I am exhausted from starting a new job, but it's going great.
Oh, nice.
I have a feeling that Oz is going to be a hot mess tonight because they found out that they are not actually an 80-year-old woman and are apparently a murderer. Maybe, yes, possibly. Went from looking like an old woman to a scourge to an intellect devourer that then, wait, that's not all, that then got bit by a were-rat and is now a were-rat, in which they but was forced to transform once they finally arrived back at the Yawning Portal. But they also found out that they are a doppelganger.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. And I feel like I'm missing some stuff, but I think I got everything.
That's okay. I typed up a whole intro.
Yeah.
Just to cover what happened yesterday because that was a lot of talking.
I think Oz is just gonna be trying to deal with this emotional roller coaster. So
it is, but that's what makes it fun, right? So
it
should be interesting. We'll see what happens today. Hi, Dennis. Hello, Craig. How you doing? Happy Valentine's Day.
Doing well.
What's up?
Not much. I'm actually really looking forward to checking out the new digs and getting into the kitchen.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you guys are getting ownership to a new house or manor, and you get a chance to kind of see how the kitchen looks like and work your magic.
Maybe coming up with some new recipes. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you are the cook of the Yawning Portal, so I mean,
you're a different clientele in the north, so
yeah,
that is true. The north.
We gotta impress if we're gonna open it up.
That is a decision. Yeah.
I looked it up. It is an old inn, apparently. So.
Oh, and the Waterdeep Interactive.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Kimarie, Miki, how are you? The Rat Whisperer.
I am the Rat Whisperer. I'm doing good. Getting over COVID. Yay.
Oh, sorry.
Thankfully I'm better today. Oh no, Justin. He's back. Okay. I took a bath with my rats. I flirted with Floon. I sang a little jingle, a little theme song, if you will.
How does that go again?
Kimarie? Oh, Miki, you're so fine. You're so fine. I blow my mind. Hey, Miki. Hey, Miki. So that is my theme song. But they're pretty bummed that they have to leave Durnan and have to move to a new area, a new part of town, and learn things and start all over again, practically. So,
yeah, I was pretty happy.
Miki reacts to everything tonight.
Yeah, we shall see. I mean, it was a lot of good role playing. I mean, you had your little moments with your rats. You tried speaking with your rats too.
I tried
and exploring that. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe now that I'm level 2, maybe I could talk to them. I know nothing about spells, so like I'm not actually saying that out of game. I'm like I really have no clue. So
yeah, and like I don't think you've had any spells yet. So maybe you do have them, and I'm just keeping them from you, or you really don't. But we'll see.
Or there's like supplemental. Like
yeah.
Something. Yeah.
Okay. Supplemental. Yes. Hello, Justin. Zymina.
Hello.
How are you?
Hopefully everything is working.
Oh, it
Just
is.
restarted on me for no reason. I did not lose internet.
Okay.
So that's how my Valentine's Day is going. So I hope
Yeah.
everyone else is having a nice Valentine's Day. I know you're here, it's Tuesday. Tuesdays generally suck because they follow Mondays, but doesn't mean you can't have fun. Hopefully some of you are, or you're single like me and living your worst life.
Hey, well,
Just kidding. I
I'm saying that,
personally I enjoy it. Not everyone does. So
Yeah.
you do you.
yeah, whether you're together with someone or you're single, it's always important to love yourself. And Valentine's Day is supposed. It's just I mean, this is me just being single for a good majority of my life, and I just use that as an excuse. But no, self-love is important. So make sure. Get ready. So just make sure, yeah, take care of yourself. We love you all, and we are excited to see what this episode's going to bring. So, with that being said, let's get into and roll into tonight's episode of Roll or
Roleplay.
I'm ready.
Roleplay.
You were ready. I loved it. Okay. In our last episode, our players continued their quest to find a missing person by the name of Floon Blagmar. Floon has gone missing for a couple days, and his friend Volo approached our players and promised them rewards if they could find him. During their investigation, our players rescued an individual by the name of Renair Neverember, the son of the former Open Lord of Waterdeep. Renair joined the group, and our players continued their investigation, eventually leading them to the sewers. It is there in which they found Floon and rescued him from Xanathar's minions. Further exploring the sewers, Oz unfortunately was bit by a rare rat and was cursed with rare rat lycanthropy. Pretty much canon now. So our group managed to leave the sewers and chose to head back to the yawning portal to escort Floon and Renair to Volo. After some poor driving skills by Trisha, their Woober driver, they eventually made it back to the yawning portal. Oz, having the forced ability to change into the last thing they killed, was now an intellect devourer, which is this bulbous brain-like creature with these canine-like appendages. Our players entered the tavern, and while Floon and Renair reunited with Volo, Durnan, our player's boss and authority figure, otherwise known as Daddy, became shocked and stern, telling the group to meet them in his office right away. Meeting at Durnan's office, our players rehashed what had happened during their investigation and kept Durnan up to speed on their own personal discovery of abilities. Durnan, looking defeated, told the group that the yawning portal is not a safe place for them anymore. He explained that there is something bigger than Oz's transformation or the gang wars happening throughout the city. He explained that someone was looking for our players, and he was in charge of keeping the party hidden and safe by having them live at the yawning portal. And it's the same person that gave Zymina her necklace, allowing her to use her unknown powers. Durnan then told the party that he will talk to Volo and see if they could arrange a new place for the group to stay. Later on in the day, Bonnie, our player's friend and coworker, checked up on the group just to make sure they were doing okay. While having a private conversation with Oz, it was revealed that Bonnie was not a human, but actually a doppelganger in disguise. And more importantly, it was found that Oz's race is a doppelganger as well. Later on in the night, a full moon appeared in the sky, and Oz was going to turn into their were-rat hybrid form. Luckily, with some quick thinking from Craig and Oz was chained and barricaded inside a closet, preventing them from harming anyone in their way. Renair and Volo then addressed the party about possibly curing Oz's curse by visiting Blackstaff Tower and speaking with Voraj Safar. Also, Volo made an appointment to legally arrange the ownership of our party's new home, Troll Skull Manor. So, a lot happened last episode. Let's start with showing you guys a little bit of... I wanted to give you like a full view of what a doppelganger looks like, because we only just got like a facial feature last time. So let me show you the doppelganger.
We got a facial on Valentine's Day. Come on, Dungeon Daddy. That's awful.
You know, wishful thinking.
No.
It's okay.
No, Dungeon Daddy.
So there's the doppelganger
No.
in all of its naked glory, and that is your Valentine's gift for today. Let the fan fiction go.
Ooh, it was so cute.
Oh,
I
ooh,
mean,
yes.
I would rather look like that than an intellect devourer.
I mean,
True.
of course,
True.
yeah. But who
I would
says that
too.
you look exactly like that?
True.
It's a question.
That is true.
So,
Could literally be like a slime.
So Volo and Renair go out of the tavern, find a place to stay. Oz, pretty much you're kind of, I would say, like throughout the night, you're having a rough time sleeping.
Really want some cheese.
Yeah. It's interesting because, like, from this perspective, I'm contemplating if you get a long rest on this because of how ravaged you are right now. Could you roll a d20 for me?
Still
So
haven't found my
ravaged.
sage.
If you
Still haven't
get
found-
if you get a 10 or higher, you're able to get the long rest.
Okay. It's a 19.
Oh, without a doubt. Probably as soon as they left, like 2 minutes later, you calm down. You're still in the closet, but your friends are outside at the moment. Is there anything you want to say?
Maybe because there's like so few air holes that there's such a lack of oxygen that
It's suffocate.
not suffocate, but just like pass out for a bit.
You feel really tired.
Yeah.
You're not. I'm not gonna say you're exhausted, but you are really tired. You don't remember the last 6 hours.
Since entering the closet, essentially.
Well, actually, wait. It was probably a lot shorter than that. Probably like 2 or 3 hours.
I just want to interject. I did
Mhm.
punch air holes into the side
Well,
of me.
yeah,
Yeah. You
but I'm
did.
in a closet with no windows, so
You got enough ventilation that you were able to stay alive.
yeah.
But with just the exhaustion of you trying to break down the closet
Yeah.
and yelling and thrashing around, it has
Right.
taken a toll on you, and that's why you're tired. You're not like going to die, but you are really exhausted.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to say this and this is going to be something if you want to keep from the rest of the group too, Oz. When you were like thrashing around, you cut yourself a little bit, like on your arm.
Okay.
Your blood is black. And after a minute later, it turns into like a fiber, like black hair.
Man, you really are R. Kelly.
Now, I will say this: when Oz was in the sewers and stabbed, I would say it would be pretty hard to see because of all like the sewer gunk that was around. So it was pretty difficult at that time. But in this case, you can kind of see a little bit of it. And it's up to you how you want to address that, or if you want to keep that to yourself.
Oz would keep that to themselves.
Okay. It's like black hair, like straight from the garage. Long, black. Yeah.
Long, like mid back, shoulder length hair, like what? Long, like a foot long, like what?
Like one of those horror movies where a little girl comes out of a well and it's that long black hair. It's funny because like the blood, when it's like just like a streak, it streaks together and it's like connected.
On the bright side, you can make your own rope now if we ever run out. Just gotta cut you.
Yep. But you guys, Craig, Miki, and Zymina, you don't hear any more thrashing or anything from the closet anymore.
Thank God they calmed down. Oh, that was scary.
I look outside and see if it's enough. The moon is past.
It has. There's a lot of overcast. You really can't see it as much. And plus, you think that with everything that's happened, it's probably good to go.
Now that is
Like-
the big question, you guys. If the moon is out but covered, does it still affect him? They? I guess we don't know.
What time of day is it, or evening?
It's around like 1 or 2 in the morning.
I think we're gonna keep Oz in there for a couple more hours before we open it up. I think that's the most prudent course of action.
I mean, I'm gonna get some rest, so we can deal with this probably in the
Definitely.
morning.
For sure.
If Oz has a problem, I'm sure they'll speak to us in their normal voice and not something so aggressive. So hopefully, they're asleep and that's fine. We will deal with it when we can. And then Simina like rolls over and goes to bed. It's been a long day.
That's a fair point. I think I'm gonna try and catch some shut-eye myself.
So, are you guys resting while Oz is in the closet?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you're sleeping in the closet today, Oz.
Guess so.
Um,
Sorry.
you
Figure that.
hear in your head a voice, similar voice, whispering again. My child. Secrets. Fear. Desire. Time. Soon.
Oh man. What else could happen?
So, I will say, all of you get a long rest. You guys wake up in the morning. As a reminder, you are all level 2. So happy, happy, happy. I already have all of your stuff here with all the notes. Level 2. Because, as a friendly reminder, our players don't know everything about the characters. So, there may be some things that get revealed. So, we'll see. So, we start the morning. Oz, you are pretty sore. Like, your neck is... your brain neck.
I feel like I slept in a closet and I'm a
Yeah.
freaking giant brain thing.
You have like an elven shaped frame to you, and it's like with the bulbous brain, it doesn't leave a lot of good room for you. So in the closet, but you sleep, you all get a long rest. Durnan is downstairs. It's around 9 or 10 in the morning. Let me actually bring up the tavern here. I will say Durnan is right here. Boop. You guys are kind of just coming down the stairs here. It's pretty quiet again. It's only Mayloon. Mayloon and Bonnie are the only ones in, along with Volo and Renair. Volo and Renair are just having some breakfast at the moment. Bonnie is just kind of like checking up on them, seeing how they're doing. Mayloon is in his corner, still holding that axe, still looking puzzled. So, what do you guys want to do?
Simina will just walk out into the open bar area, going into the direction of where, Volo, Rainier, Durnan, everyone in that side of the bar, just, kind of cheerily like, oh, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's ready to start their day. We get to, change our whole lives today, so nothing but exciting news.
Bonnie gives you the biggest smile. Oh, honey, good morning. How did you sleep, darling?
Like something was clawing at a door right beside me.
That sounds like not a good time. I hope you get a better night's sleep next night. There's some
I slept
food.
fine. Like, actually, it
Oh.
wasn't really that big of a deal. I'm so used to it.
Renair and Volo are just kind of like chuckling underneath their breath as they're eating their food and just...
She does that stretch too, where she's just kind of like I just did. So
Okay.
she's like not being sarcastic either. She's just going with it in stride.
Renair kind of looks up at you and then quickly looks back at his food.
Would I catch the look?
I would say you do.
I would say like mid pose, like with her arms open there, she just kind of like gives a little smile, but then continues talking to Bonnie and looks over at Durden to see what he's doing and see how he's looking, because she knows last night he was not handling any of this really well, and she's just going with it.
With your passive perception, you can clearly see bags underneath his eyes. You don't think he got a good night's sleep. His eyes are a bit red. Almost like a tear has been shed. He's focusing heavily on cleaning a glass, but it looks like it's like this. You notice over time it's the same glass. So he's kind of occupying his time in a sense,
Gotcha.
and just kind of keeping to himself, not saying anything.
I'm not gonna do anything right now, just in case someone else would like to go over and say anything to Durnan, but you know, since I had my little moment here, if you guys want to do anything, you can. Otherwise, like maybe we can like go over to Durnan together or something. But I mean, it would feel a little bad that Durnan is so upset when, you know, she's kind of just taking it in stride at this point.
Miki wants to just go behind the bar and start practicing a drink that's brand new. So she'll just, I'm sorry, he'll, I don't know why I keep thinking I'm a girl. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I had it in my brain. It's never going away. He will look over at Durnan and just be like, morning, Durnan. I need to try something out. Okay. It's like been in my head for the last day, however long we've been gone. So I just need to practice something real quick, and maybe it will be a big seller at the next place we're going. And just kind of notices his face at that time, and he kind of starts getting sad as he sees Durden's face, because he was bubbly at first.
Yeah, so he doesn't make eye contact with you, but he nods saying, "Go ahead, Mickey. Go ahead."
And so he starts putting together a drink. It's a cup with grape liqueur,
Okay.
a heavy shot of vodka, a little shot of rum, and then finished with some spritz. And it's called the Mean Purple Man.
The Mean Purple Man.
Do you like audibly mention like everything you're doing? Like, do you think Miki would
yeah. I'm like, I would say it loud,
sitting
like,
there.
Okay. And like he's tasting it as he's going, so he's just like, it's not mean enough. And that's when he added the little shot of rum, because it needed to be meaner.
So Amina just looks at Miki as this is happening and like looks at her and goes, "Oh no, not meaner." And then kind of just like puts her head in her hand, just like, "Why don't you ever make anything with wine?"
I can do that next time. Wine's kind of just good on its own.
So Miki.
Yeah.
As you are making this drink, you use your like thieves' tools, which is like your stirring rod.
Yes.
Stir it together. You notice something weird about it. It's giving off an odor that seems like you're in the sewers.
My stirring stick?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
What the heck?
It's just an odor. It's like, I mean, you can choose to taste it if you want, but you're as you're stirring it, it's like it's definitely unexpected, but it's just like
does it foul the drink?
It looks fine.
But does it smell fine?
No, it smells like the sewers.
Does it taste fine?
You taste it. Tastes pretty good, but then the smell of the sewers is there.
Is this like a potent smell that all of us can smell, or is it just kind of like only in front of Miki?
That's a really good question, actually.
How potent does Miki's drink be stanky?
It's about a 10-foot radius.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, poison cloud kill. And I mean, it just like.
Miki's really upset about this because they don't want it to smell.
You use your stirring stick again on it?
No, I wouldn't use it again.
Okay.
I'm like scared to use it.
Alright.
I'll ask Durnan. Like, Durnan, do you know why this all of a sudden this starts smelling like the sewers? Like, it's making my drink smell bad, but it doesn't taste bad. Do you know what's going on?
He looks down. Let me see that. He stirs it again. The odor's not there anymore.
Hmm.
How did you know to do that, or is it just a guess?
He doesn't respond.
Durnan, I know you're sad, but I need you to talk to me. We can't go like this. And this being our last day together, and you don't talk to
Mickey.
me. We always talk about things.
Miki,
Yes.
there's a lot of things going on that I know. And the less that I tell you, the better.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, it's fine.
Okay.
He looks at Volo and says, Volo, are you all set and ready? And then he jumps up. Oh yes, we are ready to go. We are ready for our appointment. Yes. Oh, you with your grape drink, is it? It looks.
Yeah, you want to try it? Actually, yeah. No. Actually, you can drink it. Yeah.
Oh, am I going to get charged for it?
Absolutely.
I may try it another time. Anyways.
Half price.
Okay.
Half price. I'll give it to you for a shard.
Do a persuasion check.
Okay.
Why not?
Not him being a morning drunk.
I definitely think
I mean-
Volo's a morning drunk.
Yeah,
Loon's there, so
true.
Oh, that's an 18.
18. He goes, I'll tell you what. Sure thing. I could use a little bit of a pick-me-up this morning.
This will pick you right up.
Fantastic. And what's this called again? This concoction?
The mean purple man.
Interesting. All right, let me try.
And just wait till the next one come out. It's gonna be the meaner, purpler man.
That
Shut
is
up,
very
Sabine.
creative. This is actually pretty good. Thank you so much.
Welcome. That's what I thought too. I thought it was really good.
goodness.
So it's definitely not based
it's-
off of real life experiences.
Oh. But no, so same with from my books and all my experiences too. Maybe we can like collab and you can do like a drink menu.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yes.
would you print a drink menu for like with me? We could like publish and be super like I can't be famous yet. Like we have to work on this later.
He sets on the drink. You can be in the back of the book. That's where all the good people are. Anyways.
And Miki realizes that if he does a collab with Volo, he would get absolutely none of the credit and everything would go to Volo, and then he immediately just stops talking.
Okay. Let's get the rest of your group down here. Let's bring. Where's the rest of your party? Let's go chop. We have an appointment in about an hour and a half. We have to go to the courthouse.
I've let Oz out of the closet by now,
Okay.
so
thank you.
You see their brain body sweaty and veiny.
I didn't know brains could sweat.
Well, you are
It
doppelganger.
was very hot in that closet. I imagine you can
Mhm.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I imagine
Sure.
that to be able to go out in public, Oz would put on long pants, a long sleeve top, and find like a scarf or something to wrap around their head, so that there's and if possible some gloves, so that they are just not visible.
Sure. So, I would say you can find all those things. It's pretty difficult at first to try to put that all on, considering how thick your arms and legs are right now, and how rotund your body is right now. However, it does work. It's almost like a crop top, in a sense, but it's just a little bit above. So it's not too bad. but it's definitely different, but it's not as obvious as in.
Alright, so Oz comes out of the back room and is kind of like waddling like a little kid with 5 layers of clothes on to go
Yes.
outside
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of winter, and has a scarf wrapped around their head. So if you didn't know any better, you wouldn't even know it was Oz.
All right.
You know, we could always take a cloak and cut eye holes through it and just put it on around the other way, but I really can't think of a better way for this to work for you, Oz.
I'd rather dress like this than feel like I have a medical nightgown on with my behind hanging out.
No, I mean the cloak would be on top of everything else you have, but I just figured it's easier to clasp in the back than it is, to wear so many layers.
This is only one layer.
Volo chimes in. Okay, is that everyone? Are we all here? All right. Oh, you look amazing, Oz. Very chic, very chic. All right. We're going to have to go
I think
outside.
he's lying. I'm 90% sure he's lying
He-
without an
he's-
insight check.
He's a bit hesitant and being very particular about what he says. But he's still trying to
He's
keep
trying
it
to make
real.
me feel better. I
Yeah,
appreciate
of course.
it.
Mhm. All right, Dernan, we're going to head on outside. Did all of you get the stuff that you needed to get? Miki, did you get your little pet friends? You have
Yep.
them? Okay.
They're all
oh,
coming with me.
oh my goodness, the eye infection is looking really bad.
Oh no.
And Winky, you probably have 1 to 2 days. So you know.
We're gonna figure that out.
I will say, a few episodes ago, you did do a medicine check, and you found out that magical healing could take care of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you know. Did you
I'm
want
muted.
to? What?
Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought I was muted on stream.
Oh. Oh, no worries. So,
I just
Durden, he puts his glass down, looks at all of you, and says, "It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know all of you. Be safe. Be smart. Okay."
Oh, Dernan, you don't need to be such a worrywart about it. You know we're gonna be fine. It's more you that needs to take care of yourself since you're bearing the burden of all of this. And for how long, too, we'll never know, but you can count on us to be back.
And you'd better take care of Bonnie.
I think Bonnie's going to take care more of me than anything.
Yeah, probably.
I'll be fine. I can defend myself from the monsters in the well. I think Bonnie can handle it too. Just thank you.
Thank you.
No,
Well,
go.
just saying,
That's an order.
monsters are not a problem. Just gotta take care of yourself mentally, because if you sit there cleaning that same glass, you're not gonna get anything done. And she
gonna
kind of
drop and
winks
break.
and grabs her bags and starts to head out, waving to Dernan.
Bye.
Miki's gonna give Dernan a big hug
Oh, okay.
and
Oz
like
starts waddling behind.
try not to
Samina.
cry. And just, I'm gonna miss you a lot. And thank you for everything that you ever done for me. And I'll never forget you.
You know, I will say I was really surprised in how optimistic you were, considering how I knew you before we met. But it was very pleasant. So thank you.
Ah, shoot. Yeah, I guess a good night's sleep and a ton of rats made me optimistic this one time, so.
Yeah, you've been pretty bubbly as of late. I didn't expect that, but it was nice surprise. So.
Well, I mean, I also was talking to a very nice, handsome looking man that may have given me a little spring in my step.
Okay. You can stop hugging me now.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Don't worry, Durnan. I think you'll always be Miki's daddy. And then she kind of like does a little
Leave.
Bye, Durnan.
poking fun.
Bye. Bye, Craig. Take care of yourself, okay?
Sure thing.
Renair Volo, thank you again. Oh, don't worry, Darren. We'll be fine. We'll chat some other time and touch base. Renair says, Darren, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having us again. Be safe. You got my information. Darren nods. Bonnie waves. Bye, y'all. We'll chat later, okay? Bye. You guys leave the tavern. Volo and Renair. You're out on the streets. You kind of walk like a little bit black north. Volo explains, okay, so we have to go to the courthouse to get all of these little documents taken care of. Thankfully, it's in the castle ward, and likely we don't have to get a big wagon or anything like that. So let's just go. Let's just walk and talk. We can definitely do that. Make that happen. So you guys get to the courthouse. A really big courthouse. The streets are packing. There's a lot of city watch around. There's some city watch on guard at the courthouse. And you walk up all these stairs and you go into this big giant hall with a huge lobby in the front. And this short, halfling male with a couple spectacles looks up and says, yes, how can I help you? Yes. And Bella's like, yes, we have an appointment for some real estate shenanigans. And like the halfling is just like giving a blank stare and just not really. Okay, what's the name? Oh, Volo. I'm Volo. I mean, perhaps you heard. Don't care. Volo, yes, that's my name. And we're here to see Kylin Silverhelm. And I have my trusting party with me that we're transferring ownership to. Okay, third door, first floor. Try not to. And Volo's like, thank you so much. And he's like, yep. So Volo's just kind of taking the lead on this and kind of like at a quick pace just going. Kind of like when he left you guys for the mission, he's just like trotting.
Mm-hmm.
And Renair's just kind of like, yep, understand. So you guys get to the room. The door's kind of half open, and Volo kind of peers through and knocks. Oh, hello, Kylin. I'm here for our appointment. And she goes, okay, sit down. And all four of you come in. It's a pretty basic room. Just big one desk with her name, Kylin Silverhelm there. She is tiefling, so she's kind of like red and orange tint down her neck. Glasses with like the beads hanging around that go behind the ears, red pointy ears, jet black hair that kind of goes down to her shoulders, a little bit older as well. Great shape, very trimmed. And she has long nails too that are very well kept. And the room kind of smells like kind of like a light perfume. It's pretty like old perfume, but it's not overwhelming, right? And she has like 5-6 chairs already lined up. All right, have a seat. Volo's like, we're here. I know why you're here, Volo. Okay, we're here to pass ownership, right? Yeah, yes, we are. These are my new friends. Great. What do they call you for? Who are you? Or 5? Renair's like, oh, I'm just with them. Okay, what are you for called? What should I have this under?
Tough game, I guess we didn't really discuss this, did we?
You didn't.
I didn't know these were going to be such hard questions.
It's your name. If we're changing ownership of a deed to a house, we need to have name. A family name. Are you related? I don't think you're related. I mean, sorry, don't want to judge, but all of you are different from each other, so I don't know if you're adopted. Sorry. What do they call you?
The Durangos.
The Durangos.
Durangos.
What?
Like- Durnan. Durangos.
The Durangos. Okay. Is that the name?
How about the
You
Durnan?
are laughing about this. This isn't a joke.
Sorry.
I have
Sorry.
appointments.
I'm sorry.
Appointments throughout the day. I'm a very busy woman.
I'm very sorry.
Okay, I'm just gonna put Durangos
Durango.
pending question mark.
Sorry, I
That's-
guess we never
that's
really
it.
gave a thought to a family name. You'll have to just give us a moment.
How long have you known each other?
Years.
A really long time, I
Oh,
think.
that's not enough time at all for a family name. Okay, great. Durango's pending question mark. If you need to have that change, you're gonna have to come back in. It's gonna cost you 10 gold for a name change. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Unless you can think of it now, but I'm gonna sign that right here. Okay, and she just like flips through all of this parchment. Okay, and Velothamp get arm.
As Craig Mimina.
What? Are you okay?
No,
Are you
that's her
having-
name. As Craig Mimina.
Oz Craig Mamina.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Oz Craig, first name, Mamina, last name, surname.
All one word. All together.
All Oz Craig Mamina. Is that all? Is that what we're going with here?
Maybe we could just do Johnson at least. It's a very common last
Okay.
name.
Oz Craig Mamina Johnson. That's the name we're going with. Okay, great. You can save that 10 gold. That's fantastic. All right, so Troll Skull Manor.
This is
Oh,
the worst.
Hold that. This transfer.
It's not the word. Shut up.
Okay, I'm talking here. You want me to tell you the rules and regulations of your transfer?
I'd love to hear it.
You're interrupting me. You need to listen with your ears and not your mouth, okay?
Talking.
Okay, great. So, for transfer ownership, Volothamp Gedarm is not liable for any type of injuries, death, poisonous materials, any type of thievery, bribery, etc., etc., etc. Do you guys agree to that?
Sure.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Johnson and Mr. Johnson. Fantastic. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have you sign, and she just plops like 5 pages worth of paperwork. And Volothamp says, "You can just sign it if you don't want." I get it. It's just transferring ownership. Don't worry about it. Feel free to read it if you want to.
I think it's like
And,
take the time to read through just to
okay.
make sure Bolo isn't messing with them in any way.
Okay, so you look at the paperwork. It talks about it's more like North Ward regulations, knowing that you're going to transfer. It's mostly just ownership. It talks about the home a little bit. There is a slight disclaimer that it says it's haunted,
Lovely.
possibly haunted.
Bolo, did you mention anything about the place supposedly being haunted?
Oh, what do you mean? I mean, it's in every place. There's ghosts and spirits everywhere. My
Oh,
lovely.
there sure are, but you know, in an
Mike
old
Johnson.
home. Well, if there's anything you need to tell us, I think it'd be really important to let us know before we arrive.
And Kylan's like, "Oh, you didn't tell him about the ghost in there."
Oh,
And
it's a
she goes,
ghost.
We think there's a ghost. There's been like mysterious, and he like blows his hands up a little bit. There's been tales, rumors probably, of just a spirit in there, probably looking for another drink, But that's why no one. I had this deed for years, and I just haven't used it. But I figured it's free. It's good use. And it could be one of those good ghosts that you can make friends with.
Now, Volo, you wouldn't know more
Casper.
about this ghost before we sign these papers, would you? She
What was
kind of
your-
rests her hand and her chin in her hand, looking at him.
I'm sorry, what was your question, dear?
You wouldn't happen to know more about this ghost than you're letting on, would you?
I know a lot about this ghost. You got a nat 20 on this.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Out here.
Okay.
So, yes, I know about this very well, and I bought it so that no one else would have to deal with him. The ghost's name is Lif, Lif. He was the former tavern keeper of the place. he passed away inside the tavern, and rumors said that he is not loved. So, and he scares any troublemakers that just causing vandalism or trouble. But I honestly think with how you rescued Renair and Floon, it should not be a problem for one little ghost. Or specter, excuse me. But so just the coughing, the dust in the air. So it's his name's Liv. And Kylan's like, okay, we just wasted 5 minutes of my time. Is there any? Are you gonna sign the paperwork or not?
Yeah,
Are you gonna
we'll
make
sign it. I honestly think that a ghost will be really interesting. You never know what they might have to say.
Great,
Maybe he'll
fantastic.
be happy we're gonna restore it to former glory, maybe, if we decide to do that.
I mean, with what money?
Mm-hmm. Well, this was
just you
great.
have to work the streets, I mean.
You need to really look at not interrupting people when they need to talk. That's
My apologies. I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
And you need to stop apologizing about things when I'm trying to talk to. That's still interrupting me. So here's what we're gonna do. All you Johnsons, okay? Craig's, Amina, whatever. Okay, so we got the place now. It's yours.
Call me Craig.
Fucking words. You just said it like, okay, that's great. Now I see how the name comes about. That's fantastic. Craig Johnson. Okay, we got the place now. Volo passed the Volo just like, here you go, and pass it to you, Zamina.
Okay.
You are now proud owners of Trollskull Manor. This concludes the appointment. Also, we also have the estate transfer tax of 25 gold pieces that we have to pay up front right now. Renair pulls out the pouch. I have it covered. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Renair.
I was gonna say.
No. Renair gives Volo a look. You really need to start telling all of the information before. I'm sorry. I'm just excited for them to get a new place to stay. It's so great. And the Kylan's like, okay, are we done? We don't have any birth certificates or any type of legal name changes, anything like that. We're good. We're good to go. Great.
Yeah, I think we're great. Unless you have anything else you'd like to talk to us about, but no problem. Honestly, thank you so much for your help.
I'm just gonna talk to that one. You need to cover up a little bit more. Your midriff is showing.
Oz awkwardly shuffles and kind of steps to the back of the room a little bit more.
Yeah, just I understand fashion is key in Waterdeep, but I have kids of my own and I don't see them going out like that. So
right, we'll keep an eye on them for sure.
You're interrupting me again.
I'm contributing to the conversation.
You need to listen more with those ears of yours, okay?
I feel like that's a clue. Are they big ears or something?
You're really laughing at a situation where there's no laughter to be had, okay? All of you need to leave. Have a good day. And she kind of corrals you to leave and then just closes the door behind you. And Volo's like, well, that went really well. Okay, so
Did it,
now...
Volo? Did it?
Okay, listen.
Are there keys that you need to give us, by the way?
Yeah, we're not walking into some sort of dilapidated shack, are we?
1 second, he knocks on the door. Kylan, I think we need to have... Sign these 2 pages worth of key transfers. 1 second. Okay. Perfect. Oh yeah, here are the keys. Gives the keys to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. They're very formal around here. But you are all set to go into your new manor. Ooh, exciting. And Renair goes, thank you, Volo. I am willing to... Well, let's leave the courthouse first. And we discuss. And they're like, oh, right. You guys leave the courthouse. And you see a lot of nobles in the area, very well dressed, walking with canes, top hats. And then you see some criminals, some Zentarum, like scarred thugs kind of being dragged across as well. It's a pretty busy area. You're outside the courthouse. Traffic's still crazy. A lot of people there. Renair talks to you guys and says, "Okay, you guys now have the house. Bello, thank you. How do you want to handle your situation, Oz, with your whereat lycanthropy?" And he says it really low. "Okay, so are all of you looking to join us as well? I will be accompanying you because
Yeah, I think the sooner we get this taken care of, the better.
right.
Lest you
Good
want to
thing.
stay in a closet the rest of the night.
I really do not.
I mean, they won't have to stay in a closet for like a lot of nights. So hopefully, if the moon system is the same as the moon system I'm used to.
And what moon system are you used to, Miki? I'm
Yeah, what moon
familiar with the
system
ones
are you
in
used
front
to?
of me.
The lunar moon system.
Isn't lunar? Anyway, Rainier, first of all, thank you so much for paying for the
Oh yes,
house.
thank you.
I
Of
appreciate
course, not
But-
a problem.
it. The sooner we just get this taken care of, I think the sooner we can settle in and try to figure out what our next step is going to be. We also have to worry about Oz possibly transforming into things. So
Well,
we have to be very careful.
That's more under control than this whole other thing, though.
True, but the current form is, well, it kind of does like a wide-eyed up and down of Oz.
Horrific.
Oh, that is not what I was going to say, Miki. It's
Thanks.
just, you stand out a lot, and it's really hard to cover it up. That's all.
I'm aware of that. Thank you.
You see a mother and a child walk across the street, and there's a little boy goes, "Mommy, look at that!" And the mom looks and just like, "No, let's keep going. Come on."
Oz
no.
kind of like steps behind Renair and like puts them between themselves and the little boy and the mother. He's very, very uncomfortable being here.
It's like you could tell people, like, even though you're dressed in regular human clothes, you're still getting some weird looks. Nothing too scary, but just more of like, what is that?
Yeah.
If only we had someone who was able to better help you with your disguises, perhaps this really wouldn't be a big deal in the future. But Rainier, if you could please direct us towards the lycanthropy issue, that would be great.
Yeah. Well, I think, again, as I previously mentioned, the best place to go would be Blackstaff Tower. It is in the Castle Ward, and it is west, near the Lady Dreaming. So we can definitely make our way over there. When we go, we can like pass the market area in case you need to get any fresh food or anything. But since this is a pretty essential expedition, we better get this done very quickly. So, you are guys. I would say you're probably only like a few streets away from the courthouse right now. Actually, let me take a look. Actually, you would probably be down. You're probably. I will say I even tried searching the courthouse on Waterdeep and it did not come up with anything, even in the book. So I will say I'm just gonna say a 20-minute walk. I don't care. 20-minute walk to get to
Sounds good.
Blackstaff Tower, if you want to do that.
Yeah. Oz, why don't you walk in the center of us and we'll just kind of walk around you. That way you don't draw as much attention. I noticed you're not very comfortable. I mean, who would be? But that way maybe you'll feel a little bit better that way. Because it kind of moves to like his or their left side.
While we're walking, Miki is walking next to Oz and just be like, "Hey Oz, I was curious about something," and then Miki pokes the brain part.
Oh no.
Oh, is it squishy, DM?
Yes.
Oh, it is so squishy. That's kind of fun.
It's pretty. I mean, like, it's like if someone's like repeatedly like pokes the same spot so it gets sore after like the 5th or 6th poke.
Yeah, the first time that Miki pokes Oz, their arm just reflexively just shoots out and slaps them.
Miki would try like one more time, but then then he would stop.
Yep. Miki, can you do a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh no.
No.
For what?
Am I accidentally doing the Eyes of the Reaper thing?
That's an 8.
8.
We go
Okay.
find out.
Miki.
Yeah.
It's like time stands still again. And you open your mouth and you say what was said inside of that warehouse and say it loudly. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this? Why? Everyone hears this.
Okay.
And then like people kind of look at you and stare a bit. Just making sure no one's getting hurt. Even Renair's like, Miki, are you alright?
Do I
That's
know that I said this?
You said it out loud. But you didn't realize it. You just thought we were hearing like the voice again, but you actually say it out loud.
Were they shouting it, screaming it?
Yes.
Or just loudly saying it?
They were doing like the same same words and same caliber as what they heard inside of that warehouse. So just like what they heard. They say it out loud.
And then what did
And it's-
Renair say?
He looks worried. He's like, "Are you all right?" Because I know you mentioned it, but like I think you mentioned it to Durnan, but I don't know if Renair knew about it.
Yeah, I don't think
And
so.
yeah, this is the first time you're actually saying it out loud.
Oh, I didn't know I said that out loud.
Are you
So
okay?
I'm sorry if I disturbed. Sorry. Just a little skit we're playing out here.
People are just kind of like looking and then kind of like walking away like what?
I mean, this is Waterdeep. People have seen some weird shit around here, so.
Well,
Well, we're
I-
also in the noble area, so it's understandable
Oh,
if they're a
that's
little
true.
concerned. Are you sure you're okay? Because
I
I don't think I've ever heard you say that.
I poked Oz, and then everything like went quiet, and apparently I shouted the same thing I heard the Kenku tell me. I asked Durnan about it, but he wouldn't tell me. I have no clue what's
Oh.
going on.
The Kenku
No.
told
I'm sorry.
you something.
Yeah, he looked at me, and I pretty much just repeated what he said to me.
I mean, that seems pretty significant, but without really knowing what it is, it's hard for us to really figure it out. So I would just say, if it continues to happen, we'll deal with it. But if you notice anything weird, just let us know. We can't deal with it unless you tell us. So, and
Yeah,
we're kind of at a
there's
maximum
lot.
quota for weird things happening
I mean,
right now.
we have a lot going on, so I figured, I was gonna kind of ignore it, and hope it went away. That's how I hopefully deal with my problems. So.
Yeah, and it looks like it just, shouted it out in public. So I don't think it's gonna go away, Miki. Probably
Yeah.
we'll try to figure it out as we can. But
Yeah.
as long
Oh.
as you're okay, and we'll figure it out.
I mean, I feel fine.
you feel
I
it was
it's
just
just
a very Mhm.
random outburst, so I will not be touching Oz again. So sorry about that.
That's what you get for poking the brain.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that
you
would be kind of
guys-
weird if it was kind of the same thing, but I don't know if that it was related to Oz, Miki.
You don't think so? Oh, I kind of put that together, but I definitely am wrong all the time. So.
I'm just saying, if this happened, because out of game, did we hear the Kenku say that, or was that just only something Miki?
That
heard?
was only something Miki heard.
Okay, and Miki, you
One
didn't
person.
just say that you heard that in the tavern or in the warehouse,
I didn't
right?
say anything to you guys.
Okay, so yeah, Zymina just goes. There's a lot of weird things happening right now, but I feel like all of our issues are together and separate at the same time. So let's just get to the Blackstaff place and
Mhm.
help out Oz and just see what
Yeah.
happens from there.
Hey, hey, Oz, and like maybe when you get, this whole thing taken care of, if you would like maybe want to heal Winky, because I think you have those kind of powers, and I don't think I do. And if you can't heal him, like, that's okay, but I don't think he's gonna make it much longer.
Yeah, I can absolutely do that. Probably later this evening when we get to the manor or
Yeah,
something.
when you have time. Like, no, I mean, a little bit of a rush, because he's dying, but
I get that.
It's coughing.
Just don't poke me anymore. It hurts.
I'm sorry. I was so curious.
All right.
It's so squishy.
As you guys walk, you do come across Blackstaff Tower. Let me see if this actually comes up for you guys. Let's see. Do you guys see it?
I'm still in the tavern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to go to. Let me try something here. I'm just gonna drag this to a blank page just so you see a picture of it. Let's try it out.
Oh, that's very tiny.
Yep. 1 second.
Not something I'm used to saying. Oh, okay. Much bigger.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah. So you see like the big tower. It's just not coming across on the stream, is it? No.
Take
No,
one
it's still
look
just
at the tower,
really tiny.
and I'm like, that place doesn't look ominous at all.
So, you get to the tower. Yeah, it looks like it is a little tiny. Let me see if I can possibly put the link
Yeah.
in here.
It could also be like you going back and forth between like player mode and DM mode too. Maybe it doesn't show up when you're in like DM mode to hide it. I don't know.
See, can I add an attachment, actually? I don't think I can. Well, I'm going to take one quick minute here just to see here if I can do it. Waterdeep Tower. So you do get to the tower, and it is really, really big. And you see it does have like kind of like a blue type of skylight at top, and it is like, you almost it just gives off a weird type of energy. Renair looks at it.
I'm getting a really uneasy feeling about this tower, and I kind of feel like I'm being watched.
Oh, you're saying that in game, Craig?
Yes.
Can everyone make a history check for me, please?
Certainly.
Just roll a d20 because I don't know what my history is. 14.
A 3.
7.
A 9.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm just going to zoom in on this a little bit more here.
Ooh, that's much better.
There you go.
So
And
thick.
more like this. There you go.
Oh,
So,
now it's skinny.
yeah. So, I would say not a lot of people, like, you don't know a lot about it, but Zymina, actually, let me double check Oz here. Let's see. Yeah, Zymina and Oz, both of you know that this is actually a kind of a watchtower as well. Blackstaff also watches over the city for any additional trouble that's happening. So if the city watch can't get something done, Blackstaff and associates say chime in as well to try to take care of any additional threats, and they have more magical means. Also, it is Blackstaff Academy, which is an academy used for training of new and upcoming wizards and magic users to help protect the city as well.
And
So,
knowing this, like, Zymina looks over at Craig and goes, oh, don't worry. There's just a bunch of magic people in there that help out the City Watch. It's really just more of an academy, so I don't think anything too spooky is going to go on here.
and as you walk up the stairs, which are a lot of stairs, by the way, Renair is kind of leading And then the door is closed. The door handle has kind of appears to be like a lion's head with like the draw, and he does 2 knocks, and you see Renair just stand there for a second, and then he nods his head, and then the doors magically open. Renair talks to you guys and says, Vajra uses sending a lot to communicate. So she knew that we were coming and making sure that was me. So, okay, let's go. And you walk inside, and it is a circular chamber with big stairs that spiral up in the middle and are floating in the air. So all over to your right and left, you see a bunch of students kind of like levitating some books. Books are flying left and right. You see also a courtyard in the back in which they're kind of practicing some more dangerous like fire spells, ice spells, poison spells, trying to focus their energy. And you see some teachers are there too in these kind of like navy robes, kind of instructing them how to use their powers. Renair looks at you guys and says, Vajra is up on the very, very top, so follow me. Excuse me, follow me, please. So you walk up the stairs, and the higher you go up the stairs, kind of relatively the same layout, but you think that the more experienced wizards are higher up. So there's less hazardous floating books, there's more focused energy on flipping pages, more confidence in their powers and abilities. It smells like an old bookstore in a sense. The pages are kind of musty, but it is kind of soothing, kind of like an old library. As you circle up the stairs, there is a desk with kind of like a navy chair sitting there, and then you see this dark-skinned human woman wielding a literal black, kind of looks like a black dragon head staff in a sense. And let me actually get her photo for you guys.
What does it smell like in this building? Like, does it smell like musty, like booky smell? Does it have like incense, or is it like overwhelming in one way or the other, or like strange?
No, it's
like, at all?
not overwhelming. It does smell like book, but it also smells a little bit of like ash or like some burning of paper.
Okay.
So you wonder if like they were trying to use some spells here, or like they accidentally like some spells out. But then it's actually kind of pleasant. It's a very academic, scholarly type of like it's like a school or university type of smell. And here is what she looks like. This is Vajra Safar.
Ooh, she's hot.
Yes. And she looks at you guys and then sees Renair, and she stands up and she goes, Renair, lovely. Oh, come here. Oh, I thought you were dead. Oh, it's so good to see you here. These are the friends that rescued you, is that right? And Renair's like, yes, that is quite right. Meet Miki, Craig, Zymina, and Oz. And Vajra looks at Oz. That is very interesting. Do you mind? And like looks at you with a very inquisitive look.
Oh boy.
I guess not. Go ahead.
Right. She like kind of like walks around with like holding her staff. Nothing magical. You kind of see just like a wave of her wand. Okay, so no. Okay, so your arm is magical. Oh, and your eyes are magical. And looks at you, Zymina. So interesting.
Oh, she's like looking at all of us now.
She looks like she did like a detect magic.
And
And
kind of looks at her and goes, oh, yeah, well, the pleasure is all mine. And she like bats her eyelashes as she's commenting on her eyes.
And she looks at you and goes, "Do you mind if I look?"
Oh, not at all. Just don't stare too long into the white abyss.
And like looks around. I see. To benefit your racial traits. That makes sense. I see. Okay. That doesn't happen too often for, excuse me for being crass, but people of your kind. But it's good that you're able to not have any drawbacks. That's good. Anyways, thank you so much for saving Renair. He told me a lot about all four of you. And which one is having the problem you were mentioning? Renair goes, "Oh, it's Oz."
It's the brain.
Oh no, I mean, oh.
Well, the brain isn't the issue. It's the were-rat lycanthropy. That's really
Gotcha.
kind of adding into the whole mess of the situation.
It's all an issue, except this is just the one issue we can deal with right at the moment. So,
And how did that happen?
which part of it?
Well, I know how were-rat lycanthropy usually get bit, or you're born into it. But if you're born into it, you pretty much have to have a wish spell to take care of it. But if you were recently bit, there's a chance you can get that revoked.
Yeah, I was recently bit, yesterday actually. So.
And is that how you turn like that too?
Nope.
She's really prying and is just very inquisitive, but not trying to she wants to know things. So it's stuff that she doesn't know.
Yeah.
And it comes across as a little impersonable, but she's still trying to just get more answers.
Yeah.
Huh.
It only comes about after certain events occur that I don't really feel comfortable talking about at the moment. I'm sorry. But yeah.
That's quite alright. Perfectly fine. Well, long story short, I think I can help you, but I personally can't help you. You're gonna have to find someone to remove the curse from you. And there's one person I know who can possibly help you, and that's Halam. That looks at Renair. Oh, that's gonna be quite a hike. Okay. And Vajra goes, "Yeah, Halam is he's in a cave in the mountains. He kind of keeps himself.
We'll see us.
But I know you're going that way, and even though Renair did you a favor, or you did Renair a favor, I'm doing it for you. There is one condition that I need you to do in order for this to happen.
And that would be?
In case you didn't know, I am the leader of the Force Grey. One of the factions here in Waterdeep.
Alright.
And there's an errand I need someone to run to actually see Halam. I need to get more information about what's happening in the city. He's a monk that lives in the cave in the side of Waterdeep, and I need you to ask him what he's heard about threats to the city. But try not to annoy him or overstay your welcome a bit. So if you can ask him that information and really get on his good side, I'm sure he can remove whatever you're having a problem with the were-rat. And Renair steps and goes, "Don't worry, I'll be joining on the journey too, so Halam knows that you and myself are part of this too." She goes, "That's really smart. That's really good." Okay. So that's pretty much what I need. But the good news is that if you complete this, you get renown in our faction. And that could be beneficial for you later on down the road. I'm not going to force you to continue with us if you don't want to. But you're in good hands with us. We want to protect the city. And if you need protection, that's one thing. But just know we don't value people that backstab us when they say they want to be with us. Not saying you will, but yeah, it's interesting.
Well, when you say threats to the city, do you have anything specific in mind, or are you just generally asking what kinds of threats?
She gestures She used her hand to Oz. I mean, intellect devourers are definitely a menace. They flood the wells of Waterdeep. They pry on people, take over the bodies. You gotta be careful of those things.
Okay, to be fair, I'm not actually an intellect devourer.
I'm not saying you are.
I only look like this because I killed one.
Oh. Really?
Well, that was a
Yes.
quick reveal.
Shut up, Simena.
Oh, that came out quickly. Okay.
I will say this, I value honesty. And I appreciate that, and I bet that's not easy to say.
No, it's not.
Knowing that, I guess you got to be careful of the things that you kill, but sometimes you have to protect yourself. So, if you go in the mountains, maybe you could find some wildlife. So you can see it's just trying to be helpful, but it's more of like coming across as a little degrading. She doesn't have like the best bedside manner in this, but she's just just trying to think of anything that can help you. Okay, look. You just got to do this, and looks like you still have time in the day if you head out now. That way, before night happens, you don't have to risk anything that's going on with your situation. And, and I will contact Halam, or Halam will contact me once you're there. Actually, no, you probably have to come back. He doesn't like it when I do the sending spells to him. Yeah, just come back here, tell me the info, we'll be good to go. Or send a paper bird, that's fine too. Whatever works. And then hopefully you should be good to go.
Thank you.
So, of course. I like you. You've been through a lot of trouble. You're kind of closed off, but I don't blame you for that. I've had my history of stuff that's happened in my life too, but we all have to deal with obstacles and learn to move forward. And we have to continue to learn and grow, and that's what I tell my pupils. If anyone's struggling with their spells and studies, no wizard is perfect right out of the gate. And sometimes if they strive for perfection too much, it corrupts them. So, no one's perfect, but you better do your best.
Will do.
And Vajra looks at Craig. And you're one interesting guy.
Call me Craig.
Hi, Craig. You don't say a lot, do you? You're a quiet type. You can see she's trying to analyze you a little bit.
I like to listen.
Yeah, you do. I like your tusks, by the way. You have bottom tusks.
Yes.
Looks nice. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're in good shape. You must work out a lot. Okay. Anyways, is that all we need, Renair? Are we good here? Renair's like, yes, you've been very helpful, Vaj. Thank you so much. We were gonna go to Mount Waterdeep post haste. Right. Okay. Be careful the stairs don't fall because there's no railings. So, okay.
Oh,
Take care.
Hold on. I did have a quick question since
What can I do
are
for you?
analyzing all of us. Is there
Yeah.
anything you can tell about the magical things you've seen in us?
What do you mean?
Well, you pointed out a couple of magical features that we have. Is there anything specific?
Oh, like your eyes?
you noticed? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
for
your
each
eyes.
of us. But what about them?
Well, you do a persuasion check.
Sure.
While he's rolling, what was the other thing that she had said was magical when she cast Detect Magic?
Your armor,
Oh, okay,
and
my armor.
does that mean his eyes?
Got it. Yeah, because my armor's quiet.
11?
Okay. She looks at you, says, all I'm gonna say is that with your typical race, in your situation, normally you get a disadvantage on something that doesn't help you out. But with that little magic trick someone did to you, you don't have that anymore. I think you know what it is. That's why I'm not going to get into it too much deeper. But we'll see.
No, that's fine. The more you pull at a thread, the looser it gets. And right now, I don't think we want to tug too hard. So, thank you for that.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Glad I could help.
So, I mean, that was so eloquent.
Just trying to get all the pieces together, Miki. You don't know what kind of trail we're leaving, so unless you guys have anything else you'd like to ask of her, I think maybe we should be on our way. We have quite the trek for.
Yeah, out of game, how long is it going to take us to get there?
So, looking here, Mount Waterdeep. See here. So, look here at the castle. The mountain is pretty much near the Griffin. Is
right. I forget that the city is mountainous.
Mm-hmm.
I forget that a lot.
Yeah. So it's pretty much kind of like near the castle. Or behind the castle, so to speak. And it isn't like all the way at the top, but there is a cave in there. And Renair is definitely going to help show the way. Okay, thank you, Raj. We're going to head on out.
Thank you, Raj. You've been very helpful.
My pleasure. Okay, take care.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And you see her; she's still looking off the floor of you. Interesting. Okay. All right.
So
Oh, great! A fireball went off. Fantastic. Huh?
He's so cryptic.
I know.
Dennis said to me, he's like, wow, he's really beating around the bush.
I know.
I mean,
It's hard to not want to reveal things, isn't it, Dan?
With the persuasion roll, I'm seeing how much I'm gonna give you. Yep, not yet. So
I get it.
Yep. So you guys, now it is a little bit of a travel. You may want to get a wagon or something to save time. Because it is going to be quite a hike if you walk just to get to the base of the mountain. You're probably looking at about an hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure
Okay.
we can get a Uber around here. I mean, there's probably lots of traffic coming here from the tower.
Okay. So, you guys want to get a Uber?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hail one down.
Okay.
Woober.
Roll that NPC dice, Dan.
Yeah. So
Uber.
as you guys get a Uber, you see pretty fast Uber coming down. You see a middle-aged human woman, kind of like brownish hair, kind of going down to her shoulders, and she kind of gestures you to come on in.
Renair, would you please give the nice lady directions, please, of where we're going?
Of course, of course. Mount Waterdeep. And points at the giant mountain. That's
Well,
Okay, cool. Thank you.
what if you...
and she nods.
Oh,
So now it's going to be the 5 of you, including Craig. I'll say for time's sake, it is a pretty bigger wagon, so I'd say you should be fine. So you hop in, and then you see this woman kind of head back, like talk and say, "Okay, so you need to go to Mount Waterdeep. Okay, quick. Okay, let's go. Okay, Jesus Christ, that's such a huge fucking drive. Okay, let's go. Ah, shit. Okay. They call me Nanners. Hey, how's it going? Coming over here. So what's the whole deal with Mr. Brain Creature over there? What the fuck's up with that? Huh?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, no, that's fine. If you're not getting close up, I mean, we got Mr. Harry dude next to me. It's fine. Okay, so, okay. Oh, why are you driving so damn slow? Come on, keep it up. And you just see her just kind of just like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm normally not negative. I just haven't had my breakfast this morning, and oh boy, I love a good 2-3 eggs in the morning to really pep up my step. Oh. Okay. And you just see her just driving forward. Are you guys part of any gangs?
not that we
People.
know of.
No?
They're pretty chill.
Are you high? Is that what you're doing? Are you taking the medicinals? No. Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna judge you because I
Are
took some
you?
back in the day. So not when I'm driving, that's irresponsible. But sometimes if I park, sure.
Looking at you, Nanners, I can tell that you like a good, solid drink.
Is it just because I smell like a good bourbon?
I mean, that's what it is. I was kind of being like, how do I
Okay.
know that? It's the bourbon. Yeah.
I don't drink and drive. I only drink when I park. Okay, because
No,
don't
I'm not
lose my
accusing you of
contract.
anything. I'm just saying, like, from a bartender to a customer, like, I feel like you have good taste.
Are any of you Zentarum?
No.
No.
Do we have tattoos on us?
Well, I mean, I have to look at the damn road, but I don't see anything right now.
Exactly.
Do you know anything about the Zentarum? You guys are just quickly
They're
going down the street.
bad people. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know much.
Can you roll a deception check?
No! Mickey's big old mouth gets him in trouble once again.
Yep.
That's 14.
14. Okay, fine. If you don't know shit, fine. I'm not gonna
I don't know
say
shit.
anymore.
So sorry, Nanners.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You gotta be careful. You gotta be very careful of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you guys with something? You look like a trusty
Always.
bunch.
Yep.
So, no, I'm gonna come and get you if I heard this goes round. I know it's gonna come to you four because I haven't told anyone else. You
We
five.
will not betray your trust.
Okay, good, great. So I heard that the Woober, is actually run by the Zentarum as a little faction to get some money.
No.
Yep. So, gotta be careful of getting the Woober. Otherwise, bad things can happen. Have you tried Woober before?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've used them a couple
You know
places.
Patricia?
Oh, Trisha. Oh, yeah, the ditzy broad. Yeah, no, I fucking know her. No,
Yeah, she sent us on a ride, and we weren't very happy with her.
No, she tries to pretend that she's giving it to her to get more money. So,
Well, I mean, I
that's
was
what
really happy with the ride. We got it for free, Miki. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, it might have been free, but we wasted a lot of time, Zymina.
Okay, listen, I'm trying to get more.
Glarb was alright.
Glarb wasn't Woober though.
Glarb wasn't Woober. No, he was a carriage.
Mm-hmm. He had his own business. So
Got
Glarb used to be Woober, but then there were strikes because those workers weren't compensated accordingly, so he left. And he has his own wagon, the REO Speedwagon. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Nanners keeps talking. Okay, we're almost here. Listen, I'm actually trying to get some more intel on the Zentarum, and that's why I got this inside job. I actually fucking hate driving, but sometimes you can get a good few people to see if they can get you some information. And Renair's just listening to all of this, by the way. He's just like, okay. So Nanners is like, okay, well, I'll tell you what. Name's Nanners. Okay, Nanners Johnson.
Yep, got that.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
no, not. Hey, we're Johnson too!
Oh, we're related. I see, I know you were good. Jeez, we should come to the next family reunion. We could probably get you some good cod.
I'll see you there. Make a good hot dish.
Okay, well, that's great. Okay, I'm gonna drop you off right now. For gas and everything, it's gonna be 5 shard. And if you know any intel, let me know. Okay.
Sounds good. Well,
right.
I mean, I liked your ride, so we'll definitely find you if we can.
Oh, and next time, you should probably put on some shoes. Walking barefoot all around isn't good for your feet. Okay, bye.
Oh,
say that to me?
Yes.
Why don't I have shoes on, you guys? Like looking around, like.
That is a good point, but I've never really heard you complain about it before, so perhaps you're just used to it.
Why don't I have shoes on, you guys? Is this a normal thing? Have I never worn shoes in my life?
You don't wear shoes.
I don't wear shoes.
I don't think you've ever worn shoes that I can remember. And Zymina just says, I don't know why it's such a big deal. And then she'll step off the carriage after paying the fee.
I have ears.
One of your things. You know, like, I don't know.
Huh.
Why don't you wear
What a weird
shoes?
thing to say to somebody.
So, who gave Nanners the 5 shard?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
All right, make
Mickey's
sure.
Mickey's got the inventory, so
I do.
Okie dokie. All right, so you guys are at the base of Mount Waterdeep. It's a pretty big mountain. There's a little bit of snow caps on it too, and it's pretty windy. It's a little chilly, a little windy, but actually being outside and kind of getting some fresh air and away from the sewers and away from the condensed amount of people, it's pretty nice. It's actually pretty. You guys haven't really visited Mount Waterdeep at all since you lived at the Yawning Portal, and it's actually kind of freeing in a sense. Zymina, you kind of hate it.
Really?
You like the look of like the fresh greenery, the nature of it all. It kind of just makes you a little disgusted.
She just goes, ugh, the nature of it all. And she just kind of like sticks her nose up and just like tries to avoid looking too much at everything. Just very disinterested. Just,
As you walk, as you walk and you say that, your necklace kind of like opens up a bit, and you just hear like come out.
I didn't hear what you said. Could you
Isn't
repeat
Oh,
that?
sorry.
Pedro.
It was
It's
like
okay, pick it
a light mist, like psst,
Hmm.
psst. Yeah, like a little spray,
Mhm.
and then
Does it like hit me or does it just like expand outward?
it kind of hits up, so
Hmm.
kind of like almost like in front of you, and then and you
Yeah.
see yeah.
Not thriving.
Yeah, and you don't see anything. It was just kind of like a light aerosol type of thing, and it's very weird.
Yeah, so she just is looking around and eyes straight forward, ready to like
Sure.
just continue to go. She's kind of hustling and she's just like, well, everyone, let's just get this over with. I really don't want to be here very much longer than we have to be.
All right.
It's really kind of, this is not the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna need someone to roll a d20 for me, please.
Greg, do you want to?
Craig.
Craig.
14.
14. Okay. As you travel up the mountain, the winds do pick up a little bit. However, it is pretty easy travel. There's not a lot of weather hazards that are happening. You don't see any creatures at the moment. I need everyone to roll a Constitution saving throw, please. Even Renair has to. Wait.
Oh,
7.
no.
14.
4.
Okay. So
15.
I'm not constitutional.
you said you got 15, Zemina?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So all of you are doing pretty well. Renair and Miki, this is a heavy trek for you guys. This travel is pretty bad. I need you to roll an athletics check for me, please, Miki.
Oh,
The brain is not struggling.
You're fine.
the gravity of it all.
I'm so determined to get this curse removed.
Yeah. That too.
14.
14. Okay, you seem fine. Renair, who's leading the trek,
Oh no.
he's slowing down. He looks exhausted.
Hmm.
He suffers 2 levels of exhaustion
Oh,
as he's
no.
going up the mountain, and you think that he hasn't fully recovered from the kidnapping that he had, and like from all the fighting that he's done in the sewers with you guys.
Mhm.
Just the trek up the mountain is not good for him. So he has 2 levels of exhaustion, which gives
It's
you
not good. First of
No.
all.
no, it's not. Thankfully, you all saved, which is lovely. I like that. So the first level of exhaustion, he gets disadvantage on ability checks, and the second, yeah, he's also his speed is halved, so he's actually not walking as fast as you guys anymore.
Hmm.
So you guys will have to go half your.
Can we try to carry him?
You could. Who's going to try to carry Renair?
I will.
Yeah, Craig.
Okay,
Well,
I would
you
say
could
without a.
Oh.
Yeah, I would
Go
say
ahead.
without a problem, you would be able to carry him. You'll be fine. You kind of
Alright.
like, you kind of like firemen carry him, or like he can just like hop on your back and he has his arms around your neck, and then he just kind of points you guys of where you need to go. So after I would say about a few hours, it's actually getting to sunset. It's actually you get to a cave, and you see an older gentleman in the cave that's meditating with his back towards you guys. And this is what he looks like.
Oh, very nice.
Grandpa.
I don't see him.
A
Isn't that coming up?
card.
Well, it came up for me.
Is that coming up for you, Cal?
No.
I'll show the players again.
There we go.
Oh,
There you go. All right.
So do you think we should just knock on the cave wall?
So
I was gonna
Um,
whisper to Zymina that I think she should take the reins on this one. I'm losing my breath.
I mean,
Just remember that Vajra did say, try not to annoy him, and also to not overstay our welcome.
sure. Well, we can all just try to do our best in case it goes awry. But I
That
guess here goes
means-
I
nothing.
really,
seem
really
really
wish that
charming,
it
so-
doesn't go awry, because I really would like to not be a were rat.
Hey,
But
and
that's
do
That
just-
remember that it.
means
You know what? Let's before we start.
it
figuring-
might be best for you to hold your tongue, Miki.
Ooh.
As much as I enjoy listening to you,
Craig, that is something your character would say.
Nice.
Thanks, Craig. That's why I was telling Zymina to take the reins on this one, and I was going to zip my lips.
No, you do say a lot of helpful things, so don't let it get to you too much. But let's just go on with it. You never know. And then, you said he looks like he's meditating, right?
Yep, he has his legs crossed. And you
His
see
name
like
was
a
Halim.
Halam.
Halam. Okay.
Halam. Yeah, Halam.
You said he had his legs crossed. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yep. There's like kind of like a stone circle around him, and he has 2 candles on his left and right side, and his back is facing you, and he's just facing forward.
Not really too sure how to get his attention without either startling him out of the meditation or whatever. Zamina would if she can, knock on the side of the stone to kind of make like a vibration sound, anything that would probably get his attention since he's pretty serene, and just say, "Hello, we just trekked up the mountain. We were hoping to speak with you."
Halam is my name.
Well, Halam, I'm Zymina. This is Craig and Oz and Miki. We were told to speak to you by the leader of the Blackstaff Tower in hopes of maybe curing our friend of this were-rat lycanthropy.
Hello, Renee. Yes, hello. Hi, Halam.
Also,
I'm here
Renair.
too.
Sorry, I thought you were asleep from the exhaustion.
No,
deserve
I'm
the best
just
after all.
on Craig's back. It's fine. Halam's wherever at lycanthropy.
do I have Renair so his head is behind me, or is he the other way?
His head's like right. You're both facing the same direction.
Okay,
Yep.
Take it back.
Yep.
Take it back.
There you go.
that's fair.
No worries. So Halam says, so you're here because of lycanthropy.
Yes.
How did that happen? What bit you? Where rat you said?
The were-rat named Roscoe.
Interesting name for a rat.
That's what I said.
And like you see him just kind of like look, like his head like kind of shifts a little bit after hearing that voice.
Mm-hmm.
You're an exuberant one.
Sorry.
That's putting it mildly.
Anger, exuberance, worry, revenge. An interesting group. You wanted to come inside?
If that's all right with you.
With your permission, of course.
Go for it.
We won't
Come
stay
in.
too long.
You may come in. And
Does this seem ominous?
yes.
Because, I mean, I don't know that I would initially be so... I would be cautious. I feel like I would... Simena would definitely be cautious. She's just going to, like, examine the entrance of the cave for anything that might be out of place and just very worried for this man's demeanor.
Roll an investigation check for me.
Okay.
Oz just walks in and like sits down. Not in his circle, but like beside it.
Well, it's an 8, so
Okay.
hopefully that does something.
I mean, it's it's cave. I
It's a
mean,
cave.
everything is pretty much naturally worn down. You don't detect anything man-made about it. You don't see any traps or any pressure plates, any runes, anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing that Oz just kind of walked in and nothing had happened, Simena would just kind of follow behind and just say, "True, we're not going to overstate. We're just trying to get to the bottom of this." And I forget the name of the Blackstaff tower leader.
Vajra.
Barrage.
Barrage.
Mhm.
Faraj had also mentioned that perhaps you have any information about any, I guess, weird things that could be happening to Waterdeep that maybe are a catastrophe or something really terrible. She apparently has a really bad feeling about it.
General threats.
To the public. Yeah, you're right.
Well, I know many things. Depends if I should divulge that to you all. I need all of you to do a group persuasion check for me, please.
Oh, okay. A group persuasion check.
Mm-hmm. And you can have advantage because Rainier's with you.
Who
I
wants to
forgot
roll?
to give myself advantage on that. Oops.
Wait, are we all rolling or just one person?
All of you roll.
Okay.
Okay.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Okay.
And this is a group persuasion check, so we're going to see what the average is and see if that beats a certain DC.
Okay, well, I rolled
Oh,
a 14.
Okay.
15.
15.
Okay.
11.
Okay. Perfect. All of you pretty much make yourselves comfortable, and you see a lot. Like are you guys going into the cave? Or
Yeah,
you kind
Miki's in the cave, but
okay.
he's kind of like on the wall of the cave, kind of like leaning
Okay.
back.
Sure.
like-
It's like a 30 feet by it's 30 feet high, 30 feet wide cave, like
Okay.
circular cave. So you have plenty of space, and he's in the center. You also did mention about Barrage's quest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing he says is, if I can get to it. Okay. He says, "Evil twin hides its face for now. Expects that to change before spring's end."
Just out of curiosity, out of game,
Mhm.
do we have an idea of what season we're currently in?
You're in springtime.
We're in springtime.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the first episode 0. I
That-
I
think.
must have missed that. I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries. He also says, "Evil grows more paranoid and less patient daily. They will strike before summer starts."
Could you repeat that?
The second one?
Yeah.
Evil grows more paranoid and less patient daily. They will strike before summer starts.
Hmm.
And then the first one is evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that to change before spring's end.
Okay.
And he just sits down and smiles,
Wh-
not budging or anything.
Would we take that as two separate entities, like two, like evil twin and then evil, or is it all one?
It sounded like the way he broke it up. It sounded like two separate things.
Okay.
Kind of hard to tell at first, but
Okay.
he gave pauses.
Okay.
So you would think probably two separate. Mhm.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. He also says, the roots of all goodness lie in the soil of appreciation for goodness.
Can you repeat that once more? I'm sorry.
Sure, no worries. The roots of all goodness lie in the soil of appreciation for goodness.
Hmm.
And he just sits there, calm, meditating, closing his eyes. Anything else? I don't enjoy visitors often.
Would there be any chance that you could remove this curse from me?
Or at
Come
least
s-
tell us how. No pressure, of course.
I know how. Come sit in front of me.
As does.
Mhm. Hold out your hands.
Okay.
Holds out the hands. There's a force within you, right?
Yes.
What do you know of her or him?
Not much at all.
Visions,
Sometimes.
voices of
Yes.
what?
A snowy hill with a black feather.
He opens his eyes. How did you become who you are?
Like, immediately or in general?
How did you become who you are? He just repeats.
I don't remember.
Are you purposely lying to him? About like how you killed to become?
Oh, well, see, that's why I asked in general.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know. Okay. He- okay. Okay, he will rephrase it. Sorry.
That's okay.
As to, is this, how did you transition into the state?
I was defending Renair and Floon and my friends from an intellect devourer and ended up killing it. And then I changed to look like it.
You did also turn into a sturge after you killed that, too. Let's not forget that moment.
I was just recalling the most recent, Simina. Thank you.
I think it's important he knows this happens multiple times.
Essentially,
trying to be rude.
anytime I kill somebody or something, I guess I take on its appearance.
Do you trust the force that's upon you?
Yes?
Then you must seek it out.
How do I go about doing that?
Black feather, snow, masculine, feminine,
Feminine?
feminine. transitions with death. City of the Dead should be your next stop. For self-discovery, and you need to go by yourself.
Okay.
Otherwise, less may be revealed. Perhaps. Because it seems very personal. And you also feel his hands start to glow. Kind of like an orangey gold color. And you feel like your arm's getting numb. But it's like you're getting flushed out. Like it's just like, I need to have a toxins poison. They feel like a purge of something.
Yeah.
And then you just feel a sense of clarity and calmness. He casted the spell Remove Curse on you.
Hey.
You no longer have rare lycanthropy.
Woohoo.
Thank goodness.
Until we go talk to Roscoe again, of course.
You can if you want.
No, thank you.
And then he just kind of sets his arms down. I want to know. He closes his eyes again. What's more important to you? How you look, or how you carry yourself? Will you kill an innocent to blend in with the city?
No.
Any hesitation? And you see like a little bit of a smirk. It's the unknown. You need the answers. You need to seek out what's been seeking you. Only then will you know. Only then will more be revealed. Instead of expecting answers to come to you, you need to seek it out. Understand?
Yes.
Very well. I am done here.
Thank you. And I will get up and leave the cave.
Okay.
Expecting everybody else to come with.
Okay. Yeah, like you see this the sunset, like the sun is just landing, and for like the first time, especially you guys, and sometime you guys really get the chance to see a nice sunset landing in the coast. Because you guys usually work, in the tavern during this time.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's really cool.
And Zymina still discuss you.
The sunset does. Everything about being here.
God, yeah.
Can I just stay in the cave then? I don't even want to go out there. Just like.
Yeah.
Tyler's very concerned about the rat, so can we please heal the rat really quick?
If you want. I was hoping to hear that.
Or maybe you can put it out of its misery and you can become the rat.
No, it's Zymina.
I'm just saying.
Oz is so happy to not be cursed that he takes Winky and casts Cure Wounds on it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Wing.
Sounds good. Do you do this in the cave or outside the cave?
Outside the cave.
Outside.
Okay. Can everyone wants to hear? Can anyone roll a perception check for me, please?
Sure.
Me too.
Oh
Sure.
boy, hope we get to see a giant dragon.
Oh, I only rolled a 7.
Okay.
Apparently,
I
I need
rolled a
new
12.
dice.
Okay.
11.
Oop, oop.
Okay.
Oh, whoa. Oh, okay, an 18.
Hey!
18.
Yikes. Come on,
Zymina, you hear very quietly, coming from Halam, inside the cave, you hear the words, demon spawn.
Oh.
Whispered.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because I cast magic?
You don't know what's referring to, but he says 2 words. He says demon spawn.
Oh, it's 2 words. Okay,
Yeah.
not 1 word.
Well, like demon
Well, 'cause,
spawn. Like, yeah, he.
Yeah. I feel like there's a difference. That's why I'm asking.
Sorry, no, I think I over explained it. I Dan explained it. So it's demon spawn. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He doesn't seem like twitching from it, and he just says those words like a realization.
Hmm. And he like, that's all I hear. It doesn't sound. Does it sound judgy? Just whisper. Like it's very hard to tell. That's just what I hear.
It sounds like demon spawn.
Like a realization.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Winky's eye is healed.
Yay, thank you.
He still has a scar, kind of like underneath the eye, but he can see. And for the first, he's like running around and like and then he like nuzzles you and is just so grateful and rubs. Like he's just super excited. Bruno's a little bit jealous, obviously, because he kind of like ran past Bruno on your shoulders.
No, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Thank you, Oz, so much.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
you.
Just
and
to confirm.
I will somehow return a favor for you someday.
Aw. Sorry, I just wanted to confirm. Was anyone else able to hear Halam say that, or was it just Simina?
Renair didn't seem to hear anything.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah,
it's
he's
just
still
you.
here.
Yeah. Only you,
Curious,
Amy. You heard that. Yeah.
Okay. I would say she almost like kind of turns her head back to look in the direction of Halam with like a quirked brow, just wondering what he means. And she'll actually just call out, like kind of stepping back to the entrance of the cave away from the group as Winky's being healed, and just say, what exactly are you referring to when you talk about demon spawn?
He's silent.
Not wanting to like push their luck with him, she'll just say, well, if there's anything we can do for you to thank you for your help.
May I speak with you privately?
Kind of looks like at the group and then goes inside. Of course.
Okay. So you sit in front of him?
Sure. Yeah. If that's what he wants, like motions for her to do, she would.
You have an air about you. An air of decay. What do you know about yourself?
You know, not as much as I would like to know. The years before the last 3 have been pretty blurry. But I would love to know more, of course. But I do know there is a deep, burning vengeance inside of me. And I enjoy it.
And you see him like snarl a little bit as you hear that. As you say that. I have a gift for you. And behind him, you see a daisy.
A daisy?
I had a feeling you were going to be looking for answers. And he holds it up in front of you. As he does so, the flower starts to turn almost a crimson red, slowly, and decay, and wither as the petals fall off right in front of your very eyes.
And
within seconds.
Do I get a sense of enjoyment out of that?
You do.
She just kind of smiles watching it happen. Just sometimes there is beauty in death.
That is very natural in your character. And Halam smiles for a quick moment, but then gets really stern. You are an enemy of this city. All of you are. You don't know it yet. But there's still time for you to make the right decisions. And I hope that we don't have to cross paths in a different way. But if it has to be done, it will. For
Well,
the
if there's
end.
anything I've learned is I would hate to have to cross people I wouldn't have to. So if we can be friends for right now, I think it would be in both of our interests, of course. There are bigger threats right now I can see. Xanathar being one of them.
He smiles and looks at you. Looks at the necklace. Looks at you. I know the bigger threat. And looks down at the necklace, looks at you.
Mm.
And they are still coming for you. And that's where we're going to roll out of today's episode.
Yeah, I knew it.
Oh.
I knew it.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Halam has some info. Has some intel.
Yeah,
Um,
lots of
that was nice.
intel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Miki
Um,
wanted to say so bad, by the way. I've always wanted to go to the city of the undead.
I'm surprised you didn't.
I know, I was
Yeah.
being professional, holding my tongue. So, just to prove that I could do it. So,
City of the Dead, yeah, it's that cemetery on the east side.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot about
yeah.
that.
Yep.
Wow.
So I think, as a little Valentine's Day gift, I'm going to tell what all of your characters' favorite flowers are.
Ooh.
Favorite plants.
great.
Why? Let's just do it, okay?
Okay.
Oz's favorite flower is a chrysanthemum.
Yeah.
Craig, yours is a Venus flytrap. Miki, yours is actually poison ivy.
Oh boy.
Oh.
And Zymina, yours is a wilting, dying rose.
Oh.
And
Shocking.
I think that's where we're going to end it. Thank you again so much, everyone, for watching. I hope you all have a happy Valentine's Day. We all love you so much. Thank you for spending that with us. Again, we have our old YouTube videos, our old episodes up on YouTube in case you missed anything. So we encourage you to please check us out. Also, if you have friends that are kind of wondering about this, they can get up to speed and watch those episodes too, because we have them up. Cal's been doing a very good job bringing that up. So thank you, Cal. And yeah, check us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Thank you so much.
Stay single, stay beautiful.
And love yourself.
Don't listen.
Well, love yourself sometimes. It's
Yeah.
okay.
And this is Roll or
Roleplay.
Guys, happy
Happy Valentine's Day.
Mwah.